Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca and I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne. I am tuning in from Mazatlan today. I was so excited when Amanda invited me to share a little bit about mindfulness and meditation, two things that I'm super passionate about. And kudos to all of you guys that are on this 30-day program. You guys have made it through quite a ways, and I hope that all that energy and the vitality is really starting to tune in to your bodies as you've been resetting your diet and benefiting from some of the supplements that you've been partaking in. I wanted to spend some time to talk about meditation, specifically because when I find that I talk to people about diet, health, and wellness, sometimes that whole connection into the mind aspect is a little bit foreign and sometimes missing. And so now that you're on your way towards the finish line of your 30 days, perhaps this is something that you just want to think about. Maybe it'll be just one more thing that you're willing to test out and add into your routine, and just try it and see how it lands with you. I know when I started meditating, it was one of those things that I had always wanted to do, but I didn't really know how to get started in. It was a little bit big and scary. I think it's pretty cool that in this day and age, there's a different frequency happening, and so people are talking about meditation, they're talking about the woo. You can talk about mindfulness and wellness in everyday life, and it's totally normal, and I think it's so exciting that the world is finally ready for these topics. I think back to 10 years ago in my 9 to 5, I never would have even used the word mindfulness when I was coaching leaders to do the things that they need to do. And now on a regular basis, I'm not only using the word mindfulness, but I'm also walking them through breathing techniques and meditation exercises, frankly, when I'm giving execs advice in terms of how to show up as their best selves. And I think it's pretty exciting that the world is ready, the time is now. And so one of the things that I wanted to share with you today is just a breathing exercise, a simple breathing exercise. Pranayama was the way that unlocked meditation for me. Again, when I first wanted to start off in meditation, I didn't really know where to begin, but having been a person that practiced yoga for many years, tying it to breath work and tying it to something that I could focus on that was tangible made it accessible for me. So maybe that's what it would be like for you, whether you've done yoga or not before. Maybe it's weightlifting, maybe it's breathing. There's always a rhythm and a pattern to the way that we're inhaling and exhaling. When I think about lifting weights, it's important in the way that you're breathing in and out, because not only does it help you unleash some potential, but it also helps protect your body. It cues, different areas in your body that you want to be tensing up and working. And so in a very similar way, I think it's exciting that pranayama can be a way, an easy and tangible way into the practice of meditation, that opportunity to take a few minutes every day to just sit down, tap into that deeper inner centralmost part of yourself, tapping into that self, that person behind the veil, and to tune out all of that external noise, all the events that are happening around us, all the reactions that we may have to those events, all of that. For me, I appreciate having that meditation practice because it helps me to be reminded that there is someone behind that veil, and that person is the observer of the things that are within my life that I can control, but also the things in my life that are not within my control. And all of those things are there for a reason, and they are just as they should be. And so for me, it's a chance to just kind of tune in and unplug from the reactions to everything around, and just be able to come out of it feeling recentered and grounded and just ready to take on whatever life throws at me. So what I wanted to share today is called 1 minute breath. It's something that I learned from my Kundalini teacher. And Yogi Bhajan says that every soul on this world actually is given a predetermined number of breaths. So it's predestined how many breaths you will take. But it's up to us to decide how we want to spend those breaths that we've been given. And it's also said that some of the yogis back in the day were actually able to unleash that potential, deepen their breaths to such a capacity that they actually were able to extend their lifespan. So whether you subscribe to that or not, I think that we all know the difference between really shallow breaths that we keep sort of like at the top of our lungs versus deep breaths that go way deep into our belly, and how they feel in our bodies. And so what we're going to do today is tap into some yogic breath. I swear that it's hard to hang on to anger or frustration or anxiety or stress when you are in this deep breathing. And so what we're going to do today is the 1 minute breath. What it looks like is, if you imagine a triangle, we're going to inhale, hold, and exhale, all for equal counts. So just to begin, first off, we take a seated position, we close our eyes, we take an inhale just to extend our spine and align the vertebrae, following the natural curvature of our spine. Roll those shoulders back, align your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. And then just begin to breathe. Don't do anything to manipulate that breath just yet. And just pay some attention to the cool air through your nostrils as you inhale, the warm air as you exhale. Begin to deepen that breath into your lower belly. And now is when we want to try and just be mindful of the pace of our breath. So maybe it's counting to a count of 4. Maybe you get up to a count of 7 or 8. Whatever that might be, we all might count differently and we all might have different lung capacities. But once you've got that count down, then just pay attention to the exhales and see if you can manipulate your breath in such a way so that your inhales and exhales are even. And then the last step is to add in that hold. So you want to inhale for that count, hold for that same count, and exhale for that same count. And I just invite you to do 11 rounds of that breath. Try it for today. I mean, we all start at different points. Maybe it's a count of 4, maybe it's a count of 10. It took me some time to get up to the count of 10. The goal is to get up to that count of 20, so that we're doing 20 seconds, 20 seconds, and 20 seconds, which gives you that 1 minute breath. But do it for 11 rounds and just see how you might feel. Maybe you try it for the next 3 days. Maybe you try it for the rest of your week. And maybe at the end of that, journal and just see, how you're feeling at the end of each one of those practices, and maybe at the end of the day after you've done that practice. And who knows, maybe it's something that you decide to tap into going forward as well. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have fun with it.